So now we've talked about this, but a couple people have missed. So I just want to just go over this again. As I do more, research about ways to teach, one of the big things that I've come across with more advanced players is this idea that you really shouldn't have your thumb up here. You really should not have your thumb showing. And let me explain to you why. Everybody hold your ukulele like this and just have your thumb sticking up there. Put your camera down just a little bit, Sandra and Karen and Cindy, if you can, and you too, Lee. Okay, great. Now get in the right hand position with your hand over there, right? And then now have your thumb showing. Now notice when you do that, you don't have a whole lot of finger room on your strings. Does everybody notice that? Now, David, your hand's bigger, so I can see it's a lot easier for you. But you understand what I'm saying here? Now what I want you to do is move that thumb down. Move it down to about halfway down your ukulele. And now I want you to do it again. And I want you to tell me if, like me, you all of a sudden have so much more finger room. Do you? So this is something that's going to really help you as we get into the harder music. So I would say try to do that. And you can have your finger like this if you want, although that's harder once you've got your hand over here. I kind of have mine angled like that. And what I've been telling my other classes is play around with it and find your spot that's good for you. And then put a little piece of masking tape at your thumb spot that's good for you. And then that'll kind of, yeah, like David did. Good. Yeah, and Leanne too. So do that. And then that way, every time you go to play, you'll be able to see that. And then eventually you'll get to where you don't need that. But go ahead and do it to start with. So you have your place for your thumb marked off, okay? All right, now let's go to exercise number 4. Let's see if this can be our last week on exercise number 4. I actually had a class that got rid of this week. It's pretty exciting. I told them, I said, you are the first class to get rid of exercise number 4. But the thing is, exercise 4 is really hard. It's the hardest one that we have, that you'll have the whole time. And the reason is because the reason that it's so important is because what you're going to learn in this is going to translate to a lot of music that you do throughout your professional ukulele playing career. So you really want to be able to play like this. And it's really hard at first, but once you can get this, it's going to make a big difference. Okay. So don't skip this, even though it's hard. Really just make yourself do it. Okay. Just realize, man, my fingernails, doesn't it feel like you cut your nails and the next day you need to cut them again? I thought I cut my nails yesterday, but it must have been a few days ago. They need to be cut again. All right, so here we go from the beginning. We're not going to go very fast. And then when you play it for me, you can go fast if you want to, but most important thing is what? What's the most important thing when you play this?
Well, there are two things. One is you're not supposed to look at your fingers, and the other is that you're not supposed to pause as you make the changes.
Perfect. Yep, you're right.
The third thing is to make it sound beautiful.
Yes. So no pause and no look at your fingers. Thank you, David. That's exactly right. So here we go. Exercise number 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. G, down, up, D, down, up, A7, down, up, D, down, up, G, down, up, A7, down, up, D, down, up, C7, down, up, F, down C7, G, down G7, F, down A7, poor Karen, D, down G, C, down C7, F, G, oh, I just noticed my thumb is sticking up, C, G, D, G7, G7, get that thumb down, Lee, C, A7, D, G on the last line now, Karen, C, A7, D, G, C, C. Okay, Leanne, let's have you play.
You're gonna make me go first? That's not gonna be good, but I'd rather go ahead of Sandra.
I don't blame you.
I don't know if I need my glasses or not. All right. I had my thumb on the piece of tape, so it's funny you could see it. Maybe you could see my knuckle.
You know what? It's probably, yeah, it's probably your knuckle. It's probably the, yeah, so don't worry about it. If that's not your thumb, that's great.
Yeah, I keep it on the tape. It's funny, I went to the ukulele store yesterday to look at tuners. By the way, I didn't buy one because it was 20 bucks. It was the clip-on kind. What was the kind you like?
It's the Daddario one. And if you, I mean, I know I have your email address, but if you just send me a PM in the group with your email address, I'm sending anyone who wants it the list of the ukes I recommend. And at the very end is 2 tuners that I recommend.
Okay, I already sent my email to that, so I'll get it.
So you'll get it. It's all one sheet that's a few pages long.
Okay.
And they sell that one. What's that?
I also still have one that I bought 2, but never sold the second one.
Oh.
So if you're interested in the one I bought from Amazon, I can get you info on that.
And that's the one that I recommend.
Yes.
Yeah. So that would be great. Okay.
I mean, you'd have to mail it to me, but we can.
Where are you?
I'm in Utah.
Yeah, I can mail it. That's not a problem.
Yeah, let's just talk at the end of class real quick.
Great.
Okay.
And I noticed when I was in Provo at Christmas time that there's one store that sells a lot of ukulele stuff. It's part of a chain. I don't remember what the name of the chain is, but it's the one that says keyboards, which doesn't make any sense to me. So it's like a huge piano showroom, but it has this huge uke section in the back.
Piano gallery or best in music, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is D funny? Oh my gosh, I really have this. I practiced it all week.
Doing great.
Not really. That was not my best. I really have this better.
You know what though, Leanne? I could totally see the way you were going chord to chord was super smooth. So I know you made a couple of mistakes in there, but this was fantastic. I really thought you did a great job. And I always take into account that you're going to be a little more nervous playing on here. Okay. That was really good. I could tell you know it and that you know which way your fingers should go. So I think it was great.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah. So Mel, do you want to play anything for us or are you just listening?
I'm just listening.
Okay. All right, David, let's hear ya.
Okay, do you want me to start at the third line with the F, just in
No,
interest of
start
time?
at the beginning. I think
At
it's
the beginning?
easier. Yeah, I think it's
Oh, man.
strum
I
better.
thought maybe I only practiced the second part. So, all
That's
right.
what I was afraid of. Pop quiz. David, that was fantastic. Just like Leanne, I could see your fingers knew exactly where to go, and it was smooth. That was really, really good.
Well, you challenged us to practice this seriously this week, and I took you at your word. So
I
I'm
can
glad-
tell it's just really, really great. Okay, Sandra. No pressure, but we expect you to blow this out of the water.
Okay.
Excellent. Great job. Cindy, do you want to play for us or do you want to wait? Yep. Okay, good. Go for it. It's so good to see you, by the way, Cindy. It's been way too long.
Thanks. I'm pretty much faded out there. I still got a little bruising, but not bad there.
Yeah, Cindy had a birthday
Not-
too.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
60.
60? I'm going to be
Can't believe it.
here. It's weird.
You're going to be what?
60,
You're going to be how much?
60 this
You're
year.
60.
Yeah.
Thought
You
so.
just turned 60?
I just turned 60. I don't even recognize the person in the mirror. It's like, who is that? And why are they looking at me?
Yeah, some of us
I
have
haven't
a ways to go. I'm only going to be 59 this year. So
You baby. You little baby. And I haven't got this thumb thing. David, let me see where you put tape back there.
Right about the
That's where your
middle.
thumb should be.
Yeah. If you
Oh.
can.
I'll work on that.
And
I'll work on it. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'll
Yeah.
try and start doing it.
the main
But
thing
Liz,
is we want
It
you
won't be right now.
yeah, we want you to give lots of room for your hand, but I know it's harder for you. So just do as good as you can there.
Yeah.
yeah, Liz, I have a little trouble actually with this. And the reason one of the reasons it's tempting to let the thumb come up is to rest it actually in the hand, right? I'm holding it up.
Right.
If I have my thumb on the back, it's hard to hold it up. And so I bring my hand around so that it's up under this. What I don't know what this is called.
Neck.
And my problem there is that my hand hits a tuning peg and forces it a little bit out of tune. Now, your ukulele, Liz, has all its tuning pegs on the top.
Yeah, let me go grab a regular ukulele so we can talk about that better.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, and I've got playing my smallest one, so that probably makes it more difficult too. Yeah, I don't like it down there. I don't like it down there, I tell you, David.
You don't like it down that far?
I like it. I like it, like you said, up there. I guess I'll have to try and get used to it.
Well, this is the thing with ukulele. Just because I'm telling you this doesn't mean you have to do it, okay? Everybody plays ukulele their own way, and everybody has a different hand shape. So this is something that I have not been doing. I've been showing my thumb, but it's something that I kind of learned a few weeks ago, and I'm really working on it. And I'm noticing that when I do it, I do have more reach. So yeah.
I've got a strap, and maybe if I wear a strap, it'll hold it up, and I won't feel tempted to use my hand to hold up the ukulele. And that's something I've just never used before. So I may try that.
Yep, you could do that. The thing is, just trying to think about when you hold it, you kind of want to be holding it partly with your thumb.
Right.
Your thumb should be really pressing in there. And then I hold it with kind of this. Let's see, boy, it's so hard to show. This part of what am I showing you right here? Like that part of my hand. I try not to do this, because when you do this, you're limiting how much your hands can do. Leanne looks very confused. So part of the reason for moving our thumb down is so that we have this space here. We don't do it like this. Now, again, this is not an absolute, you have to do it. This is what I suggest as I've been doing research. And as we go up the ukulele, you're going to end up playing kind of like this.
Yeah.
So you're going to need to not have your hand there as you move up.
When you go up, my thumb's going sideways anyway and not up top.
Right. Okay.
But that might just be because they're so crooked.
Well, and
it could just be
with guitar, this is a really good way to hold your finger for guitar as well when you play. It's sort of more of a jazz guitar hand position. Sandra, what do you think? I mean, you've been playing uke for a really long time, right?
No, I started with this class, but I did add a strap just to try it out. And like my fingers are very small for my height. And so I definitely, when David was saying that, I was like, yeah, that was an issue for me to be able to like feel like I was like the uke was stable as I was playing it, without having it rest like in my hand all the time.
Did the strap help?
Yeah,
or did you give up on the strap? Oh, you're wearing a strap now, right?
So that's been.
Do you both have the little pegs on your ukulele to hold the strap?
Yeah, mine came with pegs. You can have them installed if they don't come with your ukulele.
Let me tell you something about that though. Show me where your peg is installed, David.
Well, I've got a peg installed here and here.
Right. Show me where this one is. No, the other one. Okay. Now I want you to notice that it's right here. So when I got those ukuleles for my family, I had a guitar shop put the pegs in. They said they did it for ukuleles before, and they put them in here, which I think is horrible. It doesn't sit in your case right, and it's right against your body. So I made them move them, and they were not happy with me. But just remember that if you go someplace to get it put in, don't just say put it in. Make sure they know to put it. You want it on this part, but on the part that's going to be the part that's going to be underneath your ukulele, and then that way it'll go up. And I started out teaching youth volunteers, and the ukes we have in our program don't have strap pegs. So for them, they have to learn to do it without having a strap. But for you guys, there's no limitation like that. So if you have a strap, you might want to start using it. when I played at my mom's graveside service, I used a strap. It's much nicer. It really does free you up to worry about your hand position more and a little bit less about how you hold it. So
And the peg
What's
does
that?
go on the peg goes at the
Underneath.
bottom,
at the bottom,
okay.
yeah, don't
On
let
the
them
top.
put it on
Okay.
here or on the top. You want it on the bottom, and then of course here. And just make sure you get someone who knows what they're doing to do it. Karen, did
Gotcha.
you come with pegs in it? I think it did, didn't it? With 2 pegs? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I
So
don't think
A quick
any of mine have.
Oh, go ahead. I was just
I
gonna
just-
say, I thought that we were supposed to kind of rest the neck in the crook of our,
What makes it comfortable for me?
you know, right there, whatever that is.
right, and definitely when we were learning, we talked about doing it that way, but I'd rather have it be not so much that it's in your hand as it's just your hand is there, but it's not actually touching.
But then I have the
think-
same problem that Sandra and David did. I felt like my uke was floating.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
do you have a strap peg in yours?
No, I don't.
Okay, so just find a really, there's, you're in Utah, there's a million places that know how to do it. Just make sure you get someone that's good, that really knows what they're doing. And before they do it, ask them where they're planning to put it, because if they're planning to put it anywhere else, you don't want it. But it does make a really big difference to have the peg in your ukulele.
Okay.
One other benefit is that after I started using the strap, I started being able to play more up here as opposed to down here.
Yeah.
So that's been another benefit to having the ukulele like more stable against me without having to use my arms to stabilize it against my chest.
And I'm really glad that you guys didn't start with the strap, because I feel like it frees you more, but I don't see any reason not to start using a strap at this point, because it won't.
That was my question too. Like, is it like cheating to use a strap?
No,
'Cause I feel
not-
sometimes I have to rest it on my leg, which I think is bad, right?
Yeah, resting on your leg is bad. So
'Cause that's
the
what I-
using a strap would be better, because our goal is to hold it like this up here, right? Not down.
I know
So
sometimes I feel like what Sandra was saying, my arm is too short to reach.
yeah.
and-
So I think why don't go ahead and try with your strap this week, Karen, and see what you
Okay.
think.
Okay, I'll set the phone where I put
Yeah.
it.
Okay, good. Well, Cindy, let's have you play now.
Okay. And I'm also using this little teeny weeny JDR, which is a great little ukulele, and it's just so easy, to chord. So it's always the one I grab, because they're all sitting right here, but this is the one I grab because it's so easy, and now it's staying in perfect tune always. I rarely have to touch it. So,
That's fantastic.
good, cheap little ukulele. Oops.
Is it that G chord that's giving you trouble?
Um,
'Cause there's
no, it's the G7 that takes my G7. My fingers just aren't moving quick enough to move over there. So sometimes the G7 takes me a second to move over
Yeah.
there.
And that one's hard. You're real tight in that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, nice though. Nice.
Well, it's just, they don't bend real good, you know, they kind of stick. So to
Yeah.
move it there, it takes them a second to line up to go. But they're all good.
Okay, good. All right, Karen. No pressure, Karen, but if you do well on this, we'll sign off on this week. But no pressure.
Playing it this whole time, very good, but this will be good. Okay.
Yeah, good job, Karen. All right, she came to bat with bases loaded and a full, I can't even remember my old softball terminology. She nailed it. Okay, so we are done with exercise 4. You have all graduated from exercise 4. Feel free to continue to play it if you love it, but you don't have to. All right, so let's go to exercise 2 and we're going to do our finger pluck.
I haven't even looked at that. I haven't even looked at these.
Okay, have you been here when we've done the finger pluck?
No, I don't think so, because I seen that on the
Video?
homework a couple
Yeah.
times, and
Okay.
I was like, I bet that's why I thought I better get on here and see what you're doing.
Okay, so let's just go over it real fast what it is. Okay, so second string from the top with your thumb. And then the next string down, the third string with your first finger or your index finger, and then your thumb on the top string. And then the bottom string with your second finger or your middle finger. So it's thumb, index, thumb, middle finger, thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb. Okay, got that?
Yeah, I've done. I was there when you first showed that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great. And you know it from guitar, so all right.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
So are you starting on the top string? You are, right? With
No,
the
second string.
that's what I thought. Okay.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Exercise number 2. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. So we'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D, D, G7, G7, C7, C7, C, C, F, F, C7, C7. We're on exercise number 2. C7, F, G7, G7, C, C7, F, D, G7. It's always better to say your chords. C. It just helps you learn them better. F, D, G7, C, F. All right, and you can go faster than that if you want, or you can go that speed, but no pauses. So Leanne, let's have you go first.
Whole song, or do you want to start from the third line down?
Let's do the whole thing. Okay, Leanne, let's have you stop for a minute. So what you're doing as you play is you're pulling away from your ukulele. Look at me, you're doing like this. I want you to keep your fingers here.
Well, okay, so I worked on not moving my wrist, but moving my fingers just a little more gives me a little more sound. If I don't move them slightly, it's just so quiet, but
Well,
I'll try not to, because we did talk about that, and so I was aware of it. My wrist is not moving.
yeah, you just want to have, you want to keep your fingers, so maybe. Do you see how my fingers are moving quite a bit, but not my hand? My hand is steady. So what I'm seeing with you though is I'm seeing much more where your hand is moving away. Try it again for me. Let me see.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Oops.
Okay, and remember on the last one, you want to do the, yes, you want to go F,
I'll try to be more aware of the finger moving. I just feel like I have to pluck it a little to get the sound.
I'd rather have you go slower too, because sometimes your notes are muted or they're not ringing. And the whole idea of this is to sound like a harp. You
Yeah.
really want it to be beautiful. So you might need to practice like looking at yourself in your computer monitor or in a mirror to kind of see if your hand is moving away from your ukulele while you're doing it. That might help.
Yeah, that was a little faster than I normally practiced it, maybe.
Because it doesn't hurt to practice this slow. And you just really want each string to ring like a harp.
Okay.
Okay, great. David?
Yeah, I'm still babying my broken finger here, so
Oh,
I'd rather
forgot.
not.
Yeah,
That's cool.
okay.
No, that's
Say, Sandra?
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, that was great. Now, I think it might have been your internet connection, but it sounded a little bit like I heard some kind of rough plucks, but was that just the internet connection?
Oh, maybe not.
Just listen to yourself and you'll know, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, Cindy. Okay, let's stop there. You're doing great, but I hadn't been able to work on this one yet anyway. Now, did we learn D7 in this class, this chord? Have we learned D7? I'd like
I don't think
everybody,
we have. I'm playing a D7 with some other music I'm learning, and I'm not sure I'm doing the same D7 that you're doing, because I
Okay,
just play
so-
these two fingers.
I'd like you to go to page 23 in the book, page 23. And it has D7 listed there at the top.
Oh, man.
This is our first bar chord. And we did a bar chord over Christmas, I thought, but maybe not. Maybe we didn't do it. I thought we did it in here. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your index finger to cover all of the strings in that second fret like that. Okay. So index finger. We sure we didn't do this in here? I thought for sure we did. Okay,
Maybe
so
we did.
index finger.
Where's it showing?
What's that?
Where's it? D7.
D7 is on the top of page, top of page 23, exercise number 5.
Oh, I thought you said page 27. I'm going, I don't see
Oh,
no
okay,
D7.
no. Page 23, exercise number 5.
Oh, I got you.
Okay?
Oh.
So D7. So what I want you to do first is take just your index finger, okay? Just your index finger. Put it across all of those strings and then play. See if you can do it without getting any buzzes. If you do it without any buzzes, do this. This is how you tell if you have a real buzz.
I can't do it.
It's tough. Yeah, and Cindy, you might not be able to know. Let me tell you what the trick is for me. Can you see where the, so hard with the lights. It's gonna be great when I finally get a real office. See where the lines are on my finger? They're not here where you'd think they would be. They're on the side of my finger. And I play on this side of my, so here's my finger. Here's my finger with the fingernail. I play on this side of my finger. I don't play on this side of my finger. I play on the side. And that helps me to be able to do this. And you can even put this
Yeah.
finger on top of it to give it a little bit more strength there if you need to. When I was first learning, I had to put this finger on top of it to be able to make it work for a bar chord. Guitar has these. This is why I've never really gotten super good on guitar. My fingers are so little that being able to do this is really hard on guitar, but it's not as hard on ukulele. But notice you don't want to use your finger like this. You don't want to use it like that. You want to turn it like that. Let's see if I
Yeah, I can't do it like that. I will have to cheat and do a D with my pinky on the other string.
Yes, you can
There is no
absolutely-
way I can,
no
yeah,
problem
I
at
can
all.
no way,
Yeah.
I can no way do it.
Okay, now what I want everyone to do is where it says 2 here, I want you to know that you can either play that with your second finger or you can use your third finger. So right in that or 3, 2 or 3. Either way is fine. I actually do it with my third finger. I find that it gives me a better, I get on that string better if I use my third finger, and then I have my middle finger kind of sticking up.
Yeah.
So try it both ways and decide which way works better for you.
Yeah, I used to be able to play bar chords on the guitar. I can't do it. I'm cheating. I got it the cheater's way.
That's okay. That's okay. It's really not cheating. It's just finding a different fingering. And that's totally okay. All right. As long as you play the chord, that's the most important thing. So what I want you to do is I want you to do this exercise using the pluck. Okay. So we're going to start on G, and we're going to go super slow. G, then G7. Do you see what I'm doing? We're on exercise number 5.
Yeah, I just need to go grab my book unless you can put it up.
Oh, I can put it up. Sorry, I didn't realize you didn't have your book. Okay.
But it was G and D7 and not C7 or whatever you said.
Right. So we're going to do G twice, then we're going to do D7 twice, then
D7,
C
yeah.
twice, then D7. Sorry if I said the wrong thing. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with G. We're going to go really slow. Okay. So quarter notes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, G, D7, and you got to get it without any buzz in there. It's a great way to learn chords, but it's hard. C, C, D7, and the great thing is going C to D7, you keep your third finger exactly where it was, and then F. Okay, I think I went to the wrong place. Everybody understand that? Okay, so that's our 4/4 plucking for this week is exercise number 5.
Well, okay.
And I want
Whoops.
you to go I want you to go slower than you think you need to. Okay,
Can you do the D7 by playing D and then playing the pinky, or do you not want us to do it that way?
yeah, you totally can. It's harder to move between chords playing it that way, but you absolutely can do that. Yeah. It's nice to go ahead and learn a bar chord because we're going to do other bar chords. So I would try to learn it this way. So when we get into the other ones, they're not quite as hard.
Okay.
All right. Here, this is a really nice one. And this one, those are both bar chords and they're just beautiful. So I'd like you to go ahead and get used to bar chords, but yeah, you can absolutely do the D7 that way. All right. So again, I want you to go really slow on this. Slow, slow, slow. Okay. Let's do, we're running out of time. Let's do cup song with no pauses. Here we go. Everybody ready?
Is it in the book or can you put it up? Is it in the book?
It's not in the book, but I gave it to you guys through the Facebook group.
Right, yeah, I don't have it.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
mean,
now
I've
the
got
only
it on
problem
there.
is I have to make it kind of smaller, or else you're gonna have to keep quitting playing. Okay, so we'll just start here, but then I'll have to just kind of scroll. Can you see it, or do you need it bigger?
No.
I can go bigger. It's okay. Let's see. It does
Oops.
this every time I make it bigger. Okay, or smaller. All right, so here we go. All right. Starting with the intro. Can everybody see it okay?
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh, Cindy, you're not muted.
Oh, sorry about that. That would have been, that was terrible sounding.
No problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. C. I got my ticket for the long way round. 2 bottles of whiskey for the way. And I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow. What do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair. You're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I got my ticket for the long way round. The one with the prettiest of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers, it's got sights to give you shivers, but it sure would be prettier with you. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Okay. Leanne, you want to play?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Whole thing or just part?
I'll stop you. I'll have you just play part, but I'll stop you.
I got my ticket for the long way round. Bottles of whiskey for the way, and I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow. What do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair. You're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
All right, nice job. Good. Karen, let's have you play before you get pulled away.
I got my ticket for the long way round. Whiskey for the way, and I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow. What do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone. When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me down here. You're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Excellent. Good, good job. Okay, David, that was great.
I I got my ticket for the long way round. 2 bottles of whiskey for the way. And I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow, what do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone. Gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair. You're gonna miss me everywhere. Gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Very good. Good job. Sandra.
Okay. I got my ticket for the long way round. 2 glasses of whiskey for the way. And I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow, what do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair. You're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, Cindy.
I'd never practiced that. I remember when you first showed it the one time, but I totally forgot about that song.
Okay,
So
so don't
no,
worry
I
about it.
don't.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't worry about it at all. Let's see.
I'll look at it and start
That's okay.
practicing it because that sounded so good. Everybody did a great job.
Yeah, it's such a great job. So, so that song you don't have to practice anymore. Just play it for fun. But I'd like you to turn to page 25 in the book. This is It's a Small World, which is a great song on the ukulele. And so the strum is going to be down, down, up, down, up, our normal strum. Okay, it's a Small World. It's on page 25 in the book, and it has our D7 in it. Okay, and this'll be really good because you'll kind of get a feel for how you want to finger the D7, I think, as you play this. One nice thing about fingering the D7 the way that I showed you is when you're playing C. Well, I'll wait till you guys can all look up and then I'll show you. So when you're playing D7 this way, and then you go to C, all you're doing is taking that off. And then D7, C, D7, C. So that's an advantage to playing D7 this way. Again, you don't have to play it that way. All right. Now, did everybody get the Amazing Grace, the new version that I sent? It's just a little bit different, but I think it's much prettier. So let's wait and we'll do that one. We'll do that one next time. Okay. And we'll also do the exercise number 3 with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. Does anyone have any questions about this? The 1, 2, 3, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Does anybody have any questions about that strum? You're supposed to be doing that one with exercise 2. Okay. We just didn't have time to do that today. All right.
Can you just show us how the first part of It's a Small World sounds like?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. So. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world there is just one moon. Okay, makes sense? All right.
That was really helpful. Thank you.
That was really awful. Is that what you said?
Really helpful. Helpful. Really.
You got cut off. It sounded like that was really awful. Thank you. I'm like, I
Yeah,
love
David
you.
would just throw that out. Yeah. David would- no.
If I thought he really said it, I never would have asked.
Right.
Okay, so are we all clear on the homework? And of course, I'll post it up tonight. So do try the Amazing Grace in the new version. If you don't like it, you can play the old version, but I'd like you to learn the new one first before you decide. It's just a few little changes in it. And I sent
With the strum.
yeah, just with the strum. And then we're
Okay.
going to do the pluck starting next week. Okay. So we have some good new stuff to start on this week. So it's kind of exciting. And then we'll continue to work on our plucking and getting that going. All right, guys, love you. And when you do want to stop this class, you just let me know. And what we'll do is when people want to stop, anyone who wants to keep going, I'll just combine you with one of the nurses class. You know what I mean? We just keep, whoever wants to keep going, keeps going. I was teaching 8 classes before, now I'm only teaching 4, right? Because we just combine who wants to stay. And that's pretty much how it works. So don't feel bad if you decide you want to drop out, but you can keep going as long as you want, because there's always some people that want to keep going. And so when we have to, we just combine. Okay, guys.
I'm cool with fraternizing with nurses. That's fine for me. I've got a son who's a senior in high school who's been admitted to a couple of nursing programs. He's planning to become a nurse. So he's just a prospective nurse. So he may not qualify, I guess, for your frontline healthcare workers thing. But you have a class just for anybody.
Yeah, and actually the class for just anybody is getting really full. So tell them to sign up today, because I might have to stop registration for that, because I thought maybe 10 people would sign up, but so far it's, so tell them to sign up tonight. I would love to have him.
I'm not sure he will. If his dad suggests it, it will probably be pretty cool.
That's true. You
But
can have your computer open to
he's
Facebook.
teaching himself to play the upright bass, so I'm not going to complain. That's a cool thing.
Yeah,
Liz,
it's so cool.
Liz, I will let you know that that one of my favorite people in my whole hospital is a social worker who used to work with the palliative care team, and then she just got kind of burnt out on that, and she's doing wellness care with the resident physicians, so like the ones who've graduated medical school and are doing their training. And so I just had an aha moment, and I forwarded it to her saying like, hey, I don't know if you're still doing the resiliency stuff, but this is something that your people might be interested in. She's like, that is so timely. She's like, I actually have been using like I guess they've done like studies about like using ukulele, like using music lessons and ukulele as to study like boosting resiliency in healthcare workers. And she's like, and I've been using that as a concrete example in her classes.
Oh, fantastic.
So I don't know if anyone from that group actually, like got involved or anything, but I did pass it on to her, and she was like, that's so wonderful. And I'm like, yes.
And if she wants to be in the healthcare workers, I can still add her. I just need her to sign up today, and not use the regular thing, just have her contact me directly. And I'll put her in, because we've already closed, but I would love to have her in there. I can't imagine being a palliative care nurse, and those guys are so amazing, so amazing. So that and NICU, just too hard. Yeah. All right, guys, I love you.
Hey, Melanie, let me get your phone number for the tuner, or.
And look, that's your new
Okay, no, my
ukulele
num-
that you started with? The other one with the 4, was that your new uke?
You talking to me?
Yeah. When I first got on, you had a 4, the 4 were.
Yeah, this one. This is a tenor uke, and it's got the low G string, so it sounds like.
Is that a Fender? What is that?
Yeah, it's a Fender. All
Cordoba?
the Fender ukes are the only ones that do this. And Cordoba,
Yeah, I've got the
nice, but I don't recommend them because they put their strings up too high, unless you already play.
Oh.
If you already play, probably it's no big deal. But I've had some beginners that have really struggled, and then I found out that the strings are higher on those.
Yeah, I've got the exact same one. I've got the Fender.
Okay, I love this. And David, in my new ukulele sheet, your ukulele is the one I'm recommending to all my people that want to budget uke. I can't get over how good that ukulele is for the price.
Yeah, it seems really perfect and it's pretty cheap, so it's been
Yeah,
nice.
What is-
exactly.
What one do you have, David?
It's a Donner, and it comes with a tuner, and it comes with a strap, and it comes with these things, and it's all like,
Nice.
I don't know, $68 or something, and a bag, and you can order it from Amazon, and it's been great for
Nice.
me.
It's
Of
the
course,
first-
now I'm bitten by the bug, and so now I'm talking to Liz about buying
Yay.
a far more expensive tenor.
Yes,
Yeah.
UAS. Cindy has UAS too, ukulele acquirement syndrome.
Yes.
We understand.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's a
it's on-
slippery slope. Yeah, that's the first step down this road of,
but it's so much fun and it's so much healthier than other ones. So
I'm always looking for ukuleles just to see if there's one I need.
yeah, and honestly, if you just had like a little, not a little kid, but like someone who kind of wanted to check it out, and you didn't want to spend much, I totally would recommend David Uke. It's if you put your email in for me to send you the list of ukes, it's the first one listed.
Okay.
All right, guys, love you. I'll see you next week. And Leanne, you stay on for.
Yeah, and Melanie,
Yes, I'm here.
okay, so how much was the tuner you got?
I'd have to go look again, but it was less than what a single one was because I got a double pack, but
Yeah. Well, because there's a bunch on Amazon that are like $8, $10.
Well, the one that she has is the one that I really recommend. And the reason I recommend it, and you'll see it on the sheet that I'm sending you,
Uh-huh.
is that you clip it on and it just lives on your.
Yeah,
uke. You have to take
it's
it off.
not this one, is it?
No, that's a great tuner. If you want to get it, you can, but you have to take it off every time after you finish playing.
Yeah, so that one was 15 or 20.
Yeah, and this other one is like 11 or 12. I recommend it.
Yeah, well, I'm fine if Melanie wants to. Do you want to sell it, Melanie?
yeah, I have duplicate because I have one like it. I just bought a 2-pack. So I will, what I'll do is you put your email in the group list, right? Today
I
for getting
did,
a copy. What
Yeah,
I'll do is I'll just email you separately the information about it and you can decide if you want to buy it, and I'll give you the link where it is on Amazon.
well, I'll just buy it from you if you have an extra, and then
Okay,
we'll just
all right.
figure out Venmo or something.
Yeah. I've got Venmo.
Okay. All
So yeah,
right.
I'll send you a separate email.
Okay, perfect. Thanks,
Awesome.
Melanie.
All right,
Okay.
thanks.
I'll send you my email because I want to see what tuner you were talking about.
Okay, great. Yeah, just put it on that list. Okay,
Thank you for everything.
see you next week. Give your mom a hug for me, okay?
Will do. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Yeah, this tuner actually